The tolerant left is at it again.
All right, so tell me what just happened.
The people in the back of the car right behind you said that you're a Trump supporter, and just to let us know.
So they warned you
Yes.
that the car in front of them, which is me,
Yes.
is a Trump supporter.
Yes, sir.
And what do they think you were supposed to do with that information?
I don't know, treat you differently,
Wow.
but that's crazy.
Wow,
how
that is-
society is now.
Do you see how Democrats are and liberals?
Yeah.
They're so mean. They're trying to get me bad service because of my political
That's
beliefs.
crazy.
I know.
What is up, guys? John Claymore here. Let me go ahead and get this out of the way. I was a little bit bogged down over the weekend, so I wasn't able to get the content out, but don't worry. We're going to be spreading it out through the week. That there, of course, being the video I have planned on open marriages, and why it is that it just does... It's just not a good idea. That right there will come out probably tomorrow. But we got to talk about this story as well as the Call of Duty story, which, by the way, will be coming out after this video here. And there's also going to be 2 videos on Short Time of Prepping, my backup channel, the secondary channel, the more military-driven channel, which, by the way, is going to get changed back to Gear Issue 33 here soon. Just make sure you guys stick around for that. So, and I'll also be leaving a link in the description box. So, let's talk about this little story. So, the other day in a drive-through, guy goes through, lady working the cash register, as you guys saw earlier, says that the guy who came in said that you were a Trump supporter, and that essentially, basically what happened was is that I guess the guy who's the lib, and you guys will see the full video here in a second, I guess he was upset about the fact that the guy had a Trump 2024 sticker on the back of his car. Now, to me, this right here is pretty damn shady and underhanded. It tells you that there are people out there who will root for your death, or they'll root for your ruin. It's just how people are, especially those on a certain side of the aisle. Now, here's the deal. I guess the point here was that they wanted the cashier, or they wanted the people in the back to screw up this guy's food. We had an incident at a cookout here where I live at. We see the thing about this, where let me just go ahead and kind of back it up for a second. We had a Trump rally here where I live at back in 2019. A lot of people showed up. I mean, line was through, line was down the road. I mean, I actually live not far from the place that Trump was doing the rally. And of course, there was this incident involving the cookout right down the road across from the actual Trump rally itself, about a quarter of a mile down the road. Now, you're probably thinking that's not really across the road, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys may understand when I say across the road, not very, very far. So, what happened was that they chose to screw up an entire family's food, because you see some guys will have the Trump gear all over their car. There was also the LGBT flag that came out, which was, I think it was Liberty, Beer, Guns, and Trump. So therefore, when they saw this, obviously people got triggered. The whole racism aspect thing, because I live right down the road from a university, which, by the way, does have some wokes there. It just happens to be that the university that I attended, which is right down the road from me, is not as woke as many other universities. Just the way that it is. Some schools are not as woke as others. Some schools actually still have some people that, or at least have a curriculum that does have some common sense. But this gentleman goes through the line, and of course...
All right, so tell me what just happened.
The people in the back of the car right behind you said that you're a Trump supporter, and just to let us know.
So they warned you
Yes.
that the car in front of them, which is me,
Yes.
is a Trump supporter.
Yes, sir.
And what do they think you were supposed to do with that information?
I don't know, treat you differently,
Wow.
but that's crazy.
Wow,
how
that is-
society is now.
Do you see how Democrats are and liberals?
Yeah.
They're so mean. They're trying to get me bad service because of my political
That's
beliefs.
crazy.
I know. That is truly shocking that the car behind me saw my Trump 2024 sticker on the window, alerted the Dunkin' Donuts team that I'm a Trump supporter, as if that would have some kind of impact. Democrats and liberals are the most hateful people. And what I've noticed is this person's not even pulling up behind me. Oh, there they are. There they are. Hey, God bless Trump. Trump's inevitable, man. He's coming back. Trump's coming back.
We'll see once he's in prison, yeah?
That's what you've been saying for 7 years, my guy.
All right.
For 7 years.
We'll see when POTUS is in prison, yeah? When your POTUS is in prison.
7 years, my guy, you've been saying the same shit. Oh, I'm a xenophobe. I'm a Mexican immigrant. White liberal savior.
All right, buddy.
So as I left, I didn't get this on camera because I had to use my app to pay for my coffee. But as I left, the guy was screaming Wait until your family gets deported. See how racist these people are? He assumes that my family is illegal and that I'm not a citizen. These Democrats are so hateful and bigoted. It's hilarious. It's so funny to me. God bless Trump. He is inevitable. Oh, can't wait for him
Now,
to come back.
before I go any further, I need to say this about the cashier. I think the cashier handled this extremely well. Handled it in a very, very professional way. Now, let me ask you guys a question. How best to turn people off? How best to actually turn someone off? Someone off to your ideology? Just be an extremely nasty person. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, well, I've ran into people on this side of the aisle that were nasty as well. Yes, and that does, in fact, exist. You see them on Twitter all the time. It's mostly, well, I'll do another video on that later today because we have an indictment coming in tomorrow, and we'll be talking about that then. But here's the deal. If you tell people, especially cashiers, if you tell people who work at certain restaurants that there's a certain person that's coming up that may have a certain type of ideology or whatnot, the person who's at the cash register is not going to say to themselves, oh, I better screw this up. Most people are probably going to say to themselves, wow, what a nasty person to say that about the person in front. Wow, these people really and truly are jerks. These people really and truly are mean. That's typically what tends to happen. These incidents of somebody screwing up somebody's food, like I talked about at the cookout right down the road from where I'm at, those incidents happen few and very, very far between. Now, I need to say this too, because a lot of people are going to say, well, aren't the libs in favor of like abolishing the rich and all that stuff there? Okay, I'm showing you guys this video again with the cutaway. Okay, here's the deal. Well, excuse me, in the cutaway with my voice, giving you guys voiceover. Here's the deal. That car back there that guy's driving, that black Chevrolet, MSRP is right around $50,000. I would be willing to bet that guy's parents bought him that car, paid for it full price, paid for it outright, may have even paid cash, got the vehicle for $42,000, where the MSRP is right around $50,000, depending on what state you live in. Here's the deal. The reason why I'm bringing this up is that it signals that this particular person is, in fact, one of the woke left suburbanites. They use this crap as a tool. Now, let me go ahead and say this really quick. Now, I know I'm saying let me go ahead and say this multiple times. I know I am. It's just kind of my thing. Here's the deal. The vast majority of these suburbanite woke leftists aren't even really truly woke. They're actually quite racist. This guy in front, by the way, even told you that he was Hispanic, and the guy said, well, he assumed he was Hispanic, and he said, when your family is deported. Okay, first and foremost, Donald Trump is not in office right now. He's running to be in office for 2024. He's facing another indictment. He's not in office at this moment in time. And I'm pretty sure that most illegals in some areas are not exactly allowed to vote, which also shows you exactly how little this person knows. I recall an incident that occurred in a food line right behind my house because I live in an apartment complex and I've got a grocery store and stuff back here where I went in not wearing a mask. This was during the whole C19 crap. I got to say it that way. And, of course, I had somebody in there screaming, mask, sir. Now, me, I'm not the type of person to just put on my mask. If anything, if you tell me to do something, I'm probably going to do the exact opposite despite you. It's how I am as a person. I'm not very, very good at following directions, especially from people that whine and cry, and I just quite frankly don't respect. The guy who went through the drive-thru first, our Trump voter, I think he handled it with absolute grace. We had an incident we had an incident about a week ago where I was out of town, and I was out of town with family, where one of the people that I was with, just somebody in the crowd, just standing here, got upset with the person that was handling the tickets because we went to a few landmark places in the area that I live at, or at least the state north of me, and the cashier got upset. The person was wearing a mask. The guy who was next was a fellow veteran himself. He went through the line first. He was asking to see if there was a veteran's discount because it was extremely expensive. Now, me personally, I don't use mine very often unless it's something that's extremely expensive. And the person got upset about it. Now, you would think historical landmark, historical place, federal government, which, national parks, things like that, you would think that there would be one in place. I'm not going to say which one it was. But the person the cashier decided to get upset. Well, on the way out, the guy screamed Trump 2024 just to get back at it. Now, me personally, I thought to myself, okay, I probably wouldn't have done that at that moment in time. But I'm pretty sure you guys can see that the Karenicity of the left is starting to show. Now, think about this. You are going through a drive-thru. You are trying to order food. The person behind you says, well, this guy right here has got a Trump sticker. This guy over here is a Trump supporter. I do not like this person already. I need to tell you, go ahead and screw this person's food up. It also seems to me that the cashier was not exactly what we call, she didn't exactly look white. She looked to me like it's very possible that she could have been Hispanic herself. It's very possible she may have had some Puerto Rican or Cuban blood or something like that. And of course, she's being told by a white liberal to basically screw this guy's food up, basically giving them the heads up. How racist is this, really? It's almost as if to say that these woke liberals, especially these white liberals, these white suburbanite liberals, have this whole plantation complex, like you will do what I say. Oh, wait. Oh, your family's going to get deported when he gets back in office. That's really their projection, their way of saying, I want you deported. I don't like you because, quite frankly, I'm actually very, very racist, even though I pretend to not be racist. We'll be talking about this more in the Call of Duty, in the Call of Duty response to what's going on there. And of course, it's just how these wokes really and truly operate. It's basically the left showing you who the hell they really and truly are. They claim that they're tolerant, but the truth be told is they're not. Now, it's very, very possible that they had a group of tolerant lefties back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. But of course, they always get corrupted by the very, very intolerant left itself. Check this one out. This past weekend on Twitter, I got into it with somebody, not really got into it with them, but they decided to bring up the whole 1-6 deal, the flag and everything, because obviously you see these pride flags being put on the White House, things like that. Don't worry, we'll talk about that more on Short Time of Prepping, Gear Issue 33. And the thing is this right here. I responded to this because they were trying to say that it was mostly a bunch of racists who stormed the Capitol, and I responded to them by saying, you mean like this photo here from the Boston busing riots where you have a white liberal literally trying to stab a black man who's being held by another white liberal with the American flag? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going at with this. So anytime these people call you racist or anything, just point to such actions as what I just showed you right here. And with that right there being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut this video down. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you feel that I've earned your subscription, please subscribe. Also hit the notifications bell. And also to go on top of it, please leave a comment in the comment section. Share this video with your friends and your family. There'll be one more video out this afternoon on this channel here, and it will be about the situation with Call of Duty. Tomorrow, we're going to bump up the open marriages video up to tomorrow, and there's one more video I've got planned for tomorrow as well. Basically, what we're going to be doing is seeing how it's the summer here on Mondays. We have a lot of yard work that goes on around my house. Now, that yard work is normally done late Monday afternoon and on Tuesday all day. They do it pretty much the entire day on Tuesday. So a lot of stories that came out on Monday will be posted on Tuesday, where a lot of weekend stories or current Monday stories will be posted here on Monday. The thing is this right here. Obviously, I can't really record on those days, but I may move up projects to that date and also on Saturday. So expect that in the future. I'll be explaining that more in the next video. Like I said, guys, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, share the video, sign off in the comment section, share this video with your friends and your family. Like I said, leave a comment, hit the notifications bell, and I'll see you guys later.